I just watched a story about a woman who her husband went down to get firefighters at the LA fires to come rescue her because she couldn't get out. And they kept saying, we can't go up there. We're not allowed up there. It's too dangerous. As in, the fires had gotten so bad that if fire crews went up near that house, they were putting their lives at extreme risk to get that woman. A fireman did go up and get her. And that's a beautiful part of the story. Behind a lot of rescue stories is a lot of people who either did not evacuate by choice. They chose not to evacuate. And I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form people deserve to perish in a disaster or be harmed in any way. But there is so much self-responsibility in evacuating. The other side of that is people who didn't have a plan for an evacuation. And sometimes this is genuinely people don't think about it. They don't think that will ever happen to me. I don't need an evacuation plan. You need an evacuation plan if you live anywhere in a wildfire zone. You want to know if you live in a wildfire zone? There's plenty of maps you can look up for that. Earthquake zones, you need to know how to handle that. Landslides, same thing. You need to know a second route if you're in a high-risk area for that. Volcano zones, you need to know your evacuation routes and what roads are actually official evacuation routes. Hurricanes, listen to the frickin' evacuations. If you live in a hurricane zone, you better have an evacuation plan. Practiced evacuation plan, who's coming with who, how you're getting out, which way you're going, options for you to go to, what you're taking with you. I watched another story yesterday of a woman who evacuated, and she was lucky she was home when her house caught fire, and she grabbed her pet and went. And she's making videos about the fact that she didn't get out with anything except her pets. And she's encouraging everyone to make evacuation plans as well. This is not the time to hate on anybody or remind anyone who really cut it close or lost everything or nearly lost their life because they didn't have an evacuation plan. There's no time to rub it in their face. They will remember that for the rest of their lives. They will have an evacuation plan. But for those of you who have not been affected by the LA wildfires, but you do live in a high-risk zone, these are lessons you can apply to yourself. Please evacuate when you're put under an evacuation order. Please have a plan, especially if you're disabled, your mobility is affected, or you just need more time. Anybody with young children needs more time. Anybody with pets arguably needs more time. Please have a plan and please evacuate. If you don't, let's do a quick risk analysis. What could happen? You all perish. You lose everything. The risks are immense. Or you get to the point where you're asking rescuers to come get you after you've been told, and this is not the case of the story that I was talking about in the beginning with the woman. I don't know that this is what happened. But if the police have come by and said, if you don't evacuate now, either on the loudspeaker or knocking door to door, we cannot come get you. Guys, you cannot expect rescuers to come get you after a level 3 or top level evacuation has occurred. That is asking somebody else to possibly, because you ignored an evacuation order.